my mother passed away today.
3, 2, 1, 0, ignition, liftoff.
So good. Just one. See you later. So Slurpees are what my mother and I always used to get. I'd always go down to the local 7-Eleven to get one of these bad boys and a hot dog. And so I'd always bring them back to my mom and I. And today is actually the day, January 8th, 2003, my mom passed away. That's 15 years ago. And so I wanted to tell you my story. You know, I'll never forget that day. Waking up on a Wednesday morning, walking into a room and realizing that she was gone. I remember sitting in this very breezeway in denial of what was really happening. The police came and got me and took me to the station. Everyone was confused, asking why a 42-year-old woman was laying dead in her bed. I remember they would question me, question after question, trying to figure out what was going on. And that led me here. 5 days later, I walked through those doors. I saw my mom laying in the casket and I just fell to my knees and started crying. I didn't know what to say, I didn't know what to do. This was the moment where I realized that I no longer had any parents. As I started walking closer and closer to my mom, I would start to see a little bit more of my mom's face, and I remember just falling down on my knees again and crying and saying, God, why? What's going on? I couldn't believe what was happening. I just remember being so devastated, sitting here, had some family around me, and just realizing that everything I had is now laying right in front of me. Time had passed, and I would remember certain things would trigger this deep sense of grief inside of me. I would see my friends with their families and everyone having a great time, and deep down I knew, man, I didn't have that. I didn't have a family to be able to go home to like that. I remember seeing my friends and their mom and how they would interact and just the motherly love that they were receiving. Growing up, you know, my family was not well off financially by any means, and I remember having this constant fear inside of what I was going to be like when I grew up. Was I going to be financially stable? See, I used to worry about how I was going to be financially when I grew up. And by the grace of God, I could see that God's hand was over me the entire time. See, like now I have my own business and I don't even know how. I mean, I didn't even graduate high school. There's no reason why someone like me should ever run a business. I run my own nonprofit where I feed hundreds of kids in Guatemala. We've built churches in Guatemala. And when you look back at my life, that just doesn't make sense. But see, there's one thing in life that I've learned, and it's the very fact that that's exactly the place God wants you to be at. See, He doesn't want you at a place where you can point your fingers at all the accomplishments that you deserve. He wants you at a place where you can't point the fingers back at what you have done and what you have received because of it. He wants you at a place where, man, you can only point to Him. And man, that's the story of my life. The things that I have overcome, the things that I've accomplished has nothing to do with me, but everything to do with Him. So here we are, January 8th, the day that my mom passed away, over 15 years ago, back in 2003. And now I have this amazing, beautiful little girl that I quite honestly wish my mom and my family would have been able to meet. But now I have this amazing opportunity to bring this beautiful young girl up in this world. I now have the opportunity to share the gospel with her and to be able to allow her to experience things that she would never even be able to dream about. I get to love her. I get to care for her. I have a beautiful wife. We have a nonprofit where I've been able to preach all over the world. We're holding crusades. I've been able to start my own business so that way I can provide for my family. That's the reason why I fight every single day for my business to be successful. I fight so hard every single day for kids in Guatemala because I know what it's like to be without parents. And so that's the reason why I fight for children who have no fathers, who have no mothers. So today, I do this video in memory of my mom who passed away, and I say thank you, Mom, for teaching me how to love people. Thank you, Mom, for showing me what it's like to fight so hard to just provide for your family. Thank you, Mom, for teaching me how to be happy when we have every reason not to be. Thank you, Mom, for showing me unconditional love. Thank you, Mom, for the memories that we created together. Man, I sure wish you would have been able to meet our beautiful baby. I wish you would have been able to meet my wife. But I pray that you and I will one day be able to see each other again. I love you, Mom.